go from this to this. Hello there, my name is Tasha and I'm the one drawing all the weird looking artwork on Small Potato. Welcome to our learning series, Rise of the Small Potato. If you're looking to improve your product photo, stick around because today I'm going to be sharing with you how to use natural lights to take better photos using your phone. Now, I'm not a professional photographer, but I have been spending a lot of time learning about food photography, and I'm really excited to share it with you. What do you think is the most important element in photography? Lighting! If you learn how to master the art of lighting, styling, and composition, your photos will go from "it's nice" to "ooh, this is so beautiful." Great photos should be able to tell stories that invoke emotions or bring back memories. Photos like these will make people stop from their lightning speed scrolling to wanting to find out more. So, where to begin? Home. The best natural light source is at home, by the window or by the door. My best light source at home is in the bedroom, where I get beautiful diffuse light casting through the big glass balcony door. So once you find a perfect spot, use it every time you want to take product photos. The best time to take photos is either in the morning between 8 to 10 or in the afternoon between 2 to 5 or even 6 if it is a sunny day. These are the times when the lights are diffuse, so it gives you soft shadows and highlights, making your photos look bright and airy. If you are after photos that are more edgy and artistic, you can try taking photos using direct light or when the sun is at its highest. This will give you a nice sharp shadow that you usually see in beauty product photos. There is no right or wrong here, they are just different, so experiment with both diffuse light and direct light and find out what works for your products. The next thing to keep in mind is to use only one light source, especially if you are taking bright and airy food photos. There are two reasons why you want to use just one light source. The first reason is that shadows are your best friend because it gives your products a three-dimensional look. And by making sure that your light only comes from one place, you make sure that there's a shadow. The second reason why you want only one light source is that different light sources emit different light hues. Some lights are cooler, some lights are warmer, and when you mix the two, it's like over-mixing your cake batter. It doesn't turn out well. So, make sure to turn off all the lights and close all the curtains, leaving only the one you will be taking photos from. Now we're ready to take photos, but where should I take the photos from? Your light source should always be coming in from your side, either your left or your right. Left, right, right, left. This is so that you have shadows on one side and highlights on the other, making your product look three-dimensional. Try to avoid standing against or facing the light source when taking photos because your pictures will look flat. If your light source is too bright, you can diffuse it by sticking tracing paper to your glass door or window, or if you have a white translucent curtain, use it as a diffuser. I use my curtain all the time and they work perfectly. The last thing we can do to really bring it home is to use a reflector. My reflectors are white foam boards that I bought from Art Friend. Basically, anything white can be used as a reflector. What I usually do is that I place two foam boards forming an L shape around my subject, and I keep them upright by placing L bars and clips as support. Reflectors will bounce back some of the lights to the darker area and give your photos that airy feel. Oh, and one more final note. Be mindful of what you wear when you are taking photos because you are also the reflector. If you wear bright orange, your photos will catch that orange hue. So wear white or neutral color when you are taking photos. That's all I have for today. Remember what I said about mastering the art of lighting, styling, and composition? Is that you will be able to churn out amazing photos that tell stories and invoke emotions. For a future episode, we will be talking about styling, so make sure you stick around. If you took some photos following our little tips today, tag us and post it to our Facebook group. We'd love to see them. Till then, take care of yourself and take care of others. Bye! Your like source should always be coming in 3, 4, 5.